All right, everybody, I'm gonna show you how to use our Celestron outreach telescope. So the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna set up the tripod. And so you can adjust the height of the tripod using these knobs. I'm gonna leave it pretty short for the purposes of this demonstration, but you'll just open up the legs, and there's a little bubble level up here. And so you want to make sure it's as level as you can get it. So it looks like we need to lift this leg a little bit. Just a little. Is that level? Good. It's good enough. And then you add some extra support using this. Tighten that up. You want to make sure it's nice and secure. This is my assistant, Velma. Okay, next you are going to put the telescope on the tripod. So you unbuckle it, you grab it with both hands, and then you're gonna put it on your tripod, and you'll have to line it up close. This part can usually be helpful to have a friend.
You're doing great all by yourself. I'll just stand here.
I can't see what I'm doing. There we go, to guide you. There it is. And there are these bolts down here that you'll want to tighten. There's 3 of these. Make sure they're all nice and tight. This is the altitude lock. So you'll spin that to loosen it, and then you can get the telescope pointing out so that you can take off the lens cap. So there's a couple different ways you can set this up. I think the easiest way is to use the star sense thingy. And so with this little camera, if we were doing this for real, you would take off the lens cap here. We're not doing it for real, so I'm gonna leave it on. This slides on here. Up, and this plugs in to one of these aux things. I don't think it matters which one. And then we have our hand paddle, which you will plug in down here, and you turn it on. You can also do this with your phone, but I think it's easier to use the hand paddle. So that's all good. You'll also need to put on your eyepiece and your diagonal, which live in here. There's also a Jason's solar filter in here if you want to do solar observing. And here is the diagonal. I'm not going to put this on, but it goes in here. Make sure that you don't lose any of the covers. And there are 2 different eyepieces in here. This one's very zoomed in, small field of view. This is gonna have your wider field of view. And those go inside the diagonal. And then you're gonna do star sense ready. You'll hit enter, and when that happens, you will just have, this will take a picture of the stars in the sky, and it will orient itself.
Ooh.
But before you do that, you need to go to menu, and you'll scroll down to time and location, view and modify time, and you will change all of this to reflect the time and location. And if that's all good, you'll hit enter. Okay, and then you'll go back to your menu. Stop it. Go back one more. Now you'll go to your star sense align. User auto align, I think is what you want. Yeah, and then after you're aligned and you're ready to go to an object, you can go to, these are different menus, so like solar system, and you can scroll through for different objects. And if you hit enter, it will slew to that object. You might have to nudge it a little bit, and then once you're on it, You'll hit enter. You'll want to make sure that you're in the right tracking mode. So if you go back to your menu and you go to telescope and tracking rate, right now it's disabled because it's not moving, but you can go to sidereal, so your regular stars, solar, so the sun, lunar, the moon, and so you can pick your tracking rate depending on what you're looking at there, and you'll just hit enter for whatever tracking rate that you want so that you don't have to keep rescrewing the telescope. Closed up when you're done, the lens cap and all that jazz. There is a park button, but you don't really need to do that. So just make sure that you turn it off, unplug everything, and the telescope should have its lens facing down when you put it away. And make sure you buckle it in.